goodness. New Movement Tuesday. We need to get, hopefully you're excited for New Movement Tuesday. If not, use the warm-up to not only warm up your musculature, but to get yourself excited and get serious. So we're going to begin with some goblet lunges. You can do this with a dumbbell or a kettlebell or any household weighted object. We're going to alternate legs. Good. And relax. Notice Amanda's front shin is nice and vertical. She's gently touching her knee to the ground. Then we're going to do some groiners. You're going to think about holding for 30 seconds on each side. If you can, keep that front foot nice and flat on the ground. Maybe touch that front elbow to your front heel. There you go. Very nice. And then the old Russian baby maker. Everybody's favorite. You're going to find that sumo stance. We're going to find a lot of time in our sumo stance today. And you're going to go down as low as you can. Amanda can get really low. I can't even get close to that low. So just get as low as you can. You can come up. Shake everything out. We're going to roll through that a couple times, and then we're going to get into our new movement for the day. So we teased this in the Sunday coffee chat. We're bringing it to you now live. Not really live because we recorded this before you're actually watching it, but whatever. So track A, dumbbell or kettlebell sumo squats. So what you're going to do is acquire some dumbbells or kettlebells. You're going to hold them at your shoulders. You're going to find a wider stance than your squat stance. So it doesn't necessarily have to be your sumo deadlift stance. It needs to be just a little bit wider than that. And basically we want the difference to be, this sounds a little silly, we want it to feel different. So it should engage your musculature slightly differently. We're going to go through a few. So again, this is wider than Amanda's normal stance. And relax. Now, Amanda has really good hip mobility, so she's able to still get nice and low with a wider stance. What we want to do is find the balance. So don't go so wide that it hurts your adductor or that you can't get close to parallel. So a little bit wider than normal, but not so far that it restricts your range of motion. If we're following track B, we're going to do the same thing with the barbell. So you're going to take the barbell out of the rack, find a wider than usual stance, and again, try to get at or below parallel. One more. Good. The idea is for you to feel this a lot more in your glutes, for this to be a little bit more glute heavy than the normal squat, which is quad dominant. We're going to superset this with weighted glute bridges. What we're going to think about is maybe elevating our feet. So if we're new to this movement, we can have our feet flat on the ground. That's perfectly fine. If you're more experienced, you're going to put your feet up on some kind of elevation. You're going to hold a weight at your hip, and you're going to glute bridge up. Hold for a second, and then come down nice and controlled. Good. And relax. So again, if we are going to elevate our feet, that was our low elevation. Maybe think about like 3 to 6 inches in terms of putting it up. Something sturdy that can take your weight, obviously. As we roll into round 2, we're going to continue to work on basically glute dominant things. So we're going to do alternating forward lunges. Now we did this same thing last week. What you're going to notice the big thing is here is we've added volume. You're going to do 5 sets as opposed to 4. If you're following track A, you are going to use your dumbbells or kettlebells, focusing on really great movement. Good. Relax. If we're in track A, and we have a fixed weight, right? Like the weight is the same as last week, the same as the week before, we want to be thinking about getting more reps. It shouldn't be a situation where if you have the same weight, you're doing the same amount of reps every week. Try to get 1 more on each leg, each set. If we're following track B, we are going to do back rack forward alternating lunges. We've shown this before. Big thing, keep your torso up and win the psychological game. Make sure you count in a way that helps you not lose your mind. As we roll into strength 3, oh my goodness gracious, we are going to do a tricep. We've been rolling this tricep for a couple weeks, but we have a couple new movements. So first thing we're going to start with are single leg calf raises. Good. So Amanda has really good balance, so she can do it freestanding on the floor. If you want to add range of motion, You have steps at your house, any kind of step. Really good idea is to do this with your foot hanging off a step, like halfway on, halfway off. Make sure you have something to grab onto. We don't necessarily need to do it freestanding because we don't want the limiting factor for that to be balance. So nice full range of motion, up high at the top, down low at the bottom. Then, depending on the equipment, we're either going to do dumbbell or kettlebell or barbell good morning. So Amanda's going to show us the dumbbell version. She's going to unlock her knee, rear and back. Good. Excellent, and relax. We have access to a barbell. We're going to use that. Good. Notice Amanda keeps her back really flat. She almost arches it a little bit. That's exactly what we want to do. You certainly don't want to round your back over. That would be very dangerous. Good, and relax. And then the third piece of the puzzle, we're going to do hollow hold flutter kicks. Good. Notice Amanda's shoulders are well up off the ground, her low back is on the ground, and her legs are straight. You can relax. Again, the value of something like that is staying in the hollow position. If you're not hollow, it is literally a waste of your time. So focus on great movement. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.